I'm on vacation. Being on vacation is fun, but it means I don't have a lot of time for trading or for doing pretty much anything else related to business stuff. But I came up with a really good idea for how to make things really interesting. Now, one of the best things that I love about trading crypto is that I can use automated trading tools like AllTrading to basically run bots for me while I'm doing everything else. I talk about this a lot, and I thought, you know what? Let's just actually do this in real life. Today, I'm going on a hiking trip and I'll take you with me on my hiking trip to Multnomah Falls in Oregon. It's a beautiful spot, really, really, really nice. Today's beautiful weather too. You can't see, but it's gorgeous, clear summer day. Like it's fantastic here. So I'm giving a challenge to AllTrading's bots, and here's how it's going to work. I have 3 different bots set up for 3 different tickers, and I started these bots at 7 a.m. this morning, and I'm going to be taking my phone with me, taking you with me on the hike, but I'm also going to be updating you on how the bots are running in the background while I enjoy nature, while I enjoy vacation today with my family and just hanging out. Let's go. Unfortunately, I made a little bit of a mistake this morning when I actually set up the bots. I used a strategy on TradingView. So strategies and indicators are different on TradingView. A strategy allows you to backtest the results directly in TradingView, which is great, which is what our DCA backtester does. So that way we can put in RSI, commodity channel index, we can put in the TBO, we can use any external indicator we want to generate the signals. But if we're just trying to run an ASAP bot as soon as possible bot, meaning that it's just going to start a new bot trade or a new bot position as soon as we start the bot. Unfortunately, it doesn't work so well at that, and I forgot. So while we have on the backtester 3 successfully closed trades or positions already, the signals actually weren't sent to AllTrading. So that was a big dope on my part. But I came up with a pretty clever workaround. So what I did, instead of using the strategy as the deal start condition for the bot, I decided, well, let's just use price. And you can use anything you want for an alert on TradingView. And that's essentially what we wanted to do. All we have to do for an ASAP bot is just send a signal from TradingView to AllTrading to say, hey, start a new trade. So while I can't do as soon as possible directly on AllTrading, wink, AllTrading devs, it'd be great to have an ASAP deal start condition. What I did instead is I set it to whenever the price moves up 0.25% in one candle. And we're using the 5-minute time frame, so that won't be an issue at all for ICP, for near, or for not. All 3 of these charts are pretty volatile today, which is good. I haven't checked in on the bots to see how they're doing, and I have no idea how they're going to perform, but I'm going to let this run for the entire day to see how things go. One thing to keep in mind is that yesterday there was some bullish news about the Ethereum spot ETF being approved, or rather 3 out of 8 applicants are approved to start trading next Tuesday. That's a really good thing for the market, which helped the price of Ethereum to close up like 8% yesterday, and Bitcoin, everything else did really well, but it's the day after the announcement, which is typically when there's a pullback. So I'm kind of spitting into the wind here with this idea, but I mean, this is how it works. Like, I want to see how it's going to run while we're taking our outing to Multnomah Falls. So just want to give you a little bit of an update, and I'll see you there. $11:20, finally here. They put us in the wrong spot, good old Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever, but we made it. And I'm trying not to pay much attention to the bots, but I know that a couple of trades closed. So if you want to take a little peek, that right there is the top of Multnomah Falls. That's where we're going to be walking today. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to get there, but it's a good little hike. I'm hurrying. Here we go. So we've started our hike up to Multnomah Falls. It's going well, literally just started. You might be wondering though, why did I choose ICP, NOT, and NEAR as my DCA bot candidates? Why did I put money on those 3 charts and not Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, or whatever? So it comes down to what I like to focus on, which is trend trading. So when I'm looking for a good chart, I like to focus on the 4-hour time frame. And in looking here, on the 4-hour time frame for NOT, for NEAR, for ICP, all 3 of these have had a pretty decent bounce ever since, well, as of the filming of this video a couple days ago, because of the good news about the Ethereum spot ETF. So the reason why I picked these is because they bounced well, but backtesting just a couple of days isn't going to cut it. And usually I like to backtest as far as I can, 3 to 4 months.
So I didn't do that for these pairs because I knew that I didn't have a lot of time and I wanted to make sure that it was operating really well on faster timeframes, which I don't play with anymore when it comes to normal trading. But with bot trading, yep, 5-minute time frame works really well. So given the volatile nature of the market right now and how everything is bouncing and being driven or led or pushed by Ethereum, it makes the most sense to focus on these charts because they're performing really well before Ethereum even pushed up higher. Now that could change today, and stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm actually going to share the settings for all 3 of these bots with you. Oh, I got a really beautiful view. Hold on, let me show you here. But I'm going all the way up there. It's really pretty. There's the falls. Sure does. Oh wait, right there, Multnomah Falls viewpoint. You can tell how pretty it is by the sweat glistening off of my forehead, like right there. That's really nice. Again, I'm out here going for a walk, going for a hike with my family, and bots are running in the background, trading, making money for me. I hope so. I haven't looked at the charts, but we'll see later. But oh man, this is so pretty. You gotta see this view. Massive trees. I hear happy voices. It's just crazy. It was a long hike. It was crazy long from the top to the bottom. It's only a mile, but all the zigzag stuff is too much. I haven't checked in on the bots. I'm really curious to see how they've done, but I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait until we drive home. I'm gonna wait until tonight to check on them because I just wanna have vacation. I wanna have time with my family. So we're gonna be covering the results of the bots next. And we're back. We finally made it back from our big hike. My calves and my legs are crazy tired, but it was beautiful weather today. We had a great time. And I wanted to talk about one more thing in regards to these DCA bots that I set up. One of the things you have to keep in mind when you're DCA bot trading is that you need to understand 2 things. Where you're going to take profit and how much negative price action are you willing to compensate for. Now, what I mean by negative price action is that whenever the price is dropping, about a long bot, you're buying low, selling high. When the price goes down, that's negative price action. Usually we would view that as a negative thing, whereas in DCA bot trading, it's actually better. And here's why. It's just simple, plain math. Usually what I do is I use 1/7 of the total possible volume, and we're doubling down with 2 safety trade orders. So the first trade is 1, we'll say 1 lot, and the second trade is going to be 2 times this, so it's going to be 2, and the next one's going to be 2 times that, it's going to be 4. So we got 1, 2, 4, so it's 1, 3, 7. The difference with these bots that I ran is I wanted them to run in a very short amount of time. I'm not going to really let them go forever, mainly because they only have 1 safety trade, not 2. But if you think about it this way, if our base order, then we have a safety trade. That's it. So instead of it being 1/7, we have 1/3 of the total possible volume. So the reason why I did this way is to actually maximize profits while I was away, while I was with my family, going on our hike and having fun and all that fun stuff. So understand that there is a way to do this. Now, you can be more aggressive and have more safety trades for the better crypto signals, which are 100% hands-free, but those signals are prepared with 3 safety trades. So you have your first order, safety 1, safety 2, safety 3, and they're prepared to handle massive drawdowns, some of them even up to 80%. Whereas the bots that I set up for just today's outing, this only has 1 safety trade. That's on purpose because it's on an uptrend, it's on a fast time frame, and I want it to take profit quickly and just keep chugging up. And if there's any negative price action, fills that order, puts in 3/3 or basically the entire possible amount of volume, which means more possible profit when it actually takes profit. So there is logic to this. And when I'm doing super fast time frames and I want to do it in a short amount of time, I'm going to use less safety trades because I want it to just be cranking out trades. But that means I'm going to have to be watching this bot very closely because the chances are very high that the price is going to go down really quickly and I'm going to have to apply another safety trade, which I don't want to do. I want this to be as hands-free as possible, even though this is basically a super fast scalping bot. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. Now, let's take a look at the grand results. So I'm really curious to see how things actually went yesterday. This is the day after my outing, my calves and my legs, my quads, my hamstrings, everything's fine. Everything's all good. Had a good hike. It was a great day, beautiful weather. And now I want to go over the data with you to show you how the bots actually did. We're going to be looking at AllTradey, and we're in this section right here that says
bots. So in here, we can see I have 4 active. I have the Better Crypto Signals, again, fantastic bot signals, but that's not what we've actually been using. We had a Not bot, yeah, kind of funny, ICP bot, and a Near bot. Now, we can see right off the bat that Not and ICP were the best performing bots. Actually, they're neck and neck with about $4.74 made both of these bots yesterday, while the Near bot only 79 cents. What happened? Before we get to the charts, and I am going to show you those, I want to go over here just to give you a little bit of a tour of what this has to offer here on Alt Trading. So I'm going to hit View Details, and it's going to give me the overview for how the bot has performed. I can see a lot of great stuff. So we can see right here, I have one position that's still currently open. It's been open for 12 hours, and it's down about 2.8%. Not a really big deal because this is really common when it comes to bot trading, is seeing a lot of red. But we can see during the day, I had 4 trades close. I had one trade here for $33 close. It gave me about 40 cents in profit, 40, and then $1.18. So you can see right here in this DCA column, right here, it shows the reason why the profit is so much bigger is the exact reason what I said to you on the trail. The whole concept of bot trading is about DCA. And when you have multiple DCA orders, especially if it's going over 2, then you're significantly impacting your profit potential for the first trade. So when the first trade is placed, because of the signal from TradingView, it's sent to Alt Trading, it starts a trade that's going to use one fraction of the total amount. We never go all in on anything because with DCA, we're scaling in, we're doubling down with each successive DCA order. But understand that I set this up to only have one safety trade. So that's why the profit is actually really good. Usually I run about 2 safety trades. And the reason why is because I want to take advantage of severe market corrections, or what I call negative price action. Right here, you can see that this one trade that used both, or rather the base order, the initial order, and one safety trade actually gives us a lot more profit. It uses a lot more, but that means we get more in return. We can go over here to the analytics, which is really cool, especially if we're running this for a really long time. We can get a lot of really cool information about how the bot has performed over time. But I mean, it's pretty clear. Yes, we know the bot made about $4.74 in just one day of running it. Had a total of 6 positions. It closed all 6. Now there is one that's open right now, and that's unrealized profit and loss. And I want to talk about this just for a quick second. When you get into bot trading, you are inevitably going to, no matter how amazing the bot signals are, no matter how good your settings are, you're going to come into this point where you are stuck. You have a hanging deal. It's a red bag and you're just sitting on it. There's a lot of ways to attack a red or hanging deal like this. And the best way is with more funds, but sometimes you're tapped out. So the only thing you can do is wait. You really want to establish a trading plan before you start your bots. So with my bots, I knew that I was not going to be watching the charts at all. And I just wanted to have something running in the background. So I'm not going to interfere with any of these trades, these positions that are open. So I want you to understand that that was my trading plan from the get-go. But if your trading plan is, well, I'm going to only use one safety trade, but if things go really badly, I want to add more funds and close the trade. Well, 2 things are going to happen. You're going to want to identify price-based support off of the chart, preferably on the daily or weekly time frame. That means it could take a long time, or use something like the TBO, which will flash a signal like the TBO close short, which is a great early reversal warning. The second thing that's going to do is you're going to add a lot more volume into the trade. Preferably, you're going to double down again. So if your first order size was $10, the next one's 20, then the next one should be 40. You should keep going 40, 80, 160. Yes, it goes that big. If you're going to do that, you have to plan in advance and then follow your trading plan, see it through. But for this one, I'm not really going to touch it. And it's kind of interesting because if I decided right now, you know what, I just want to close this, not that I'm going to, but I just want to close it, I would still be net positive for this bot. If we come down here to our Near bot, we can see the real problem here is that we only had 2 trades closed. Now, both of these trades only closed just a little bit. So it's basically 79 cents. It's not that much. They didn't use any DCA orders. And I have one position that's open right now that's down negative 3.46%, which isn't a lot, but it's used up both of my safety trade, or rather, I'm used to saying that. It's used up my one safety trade. So because of that, the cost of this trade is more than usual, but that means that the payday will be more than usual. If I'm going to stay patient and just wait for this to close out, which I'm going to, it's going to give me more money in the end when I finally earn that payday when the price comes up. So let's go ahead and actually look at these here on Alt Trading. We can actually view all of these trades, which is really cool. So we have Near, ICP, Not. All 3 of them are here. And we can also see if some of these have open positions. So you can see here on the chart at about 7:50 p.m., that was the initial entry. And then we have a DCA order filled. The price came up, but not close close enough to hit our take profit target. Now, the price has been dumping a lot for not on the 5-minute time frame, but if I zoom out to the 4-hour, it's actually doing okay. I'm not really worried about it. Even if it falls down lower, I'm not worried. If anything, I might actually manually intervene with this chart, but the plan is just to let it go, to let it ride. And I will not be surprised in the least by the time that you're watching this that the price of NOT is a lot higher. And this is just how crypto goes. If I come over here to ICP, there are no open positions right now because the last one just closed, well, this morning at 3:20 a.m. I mean, this is one of the best parts about bot trading. A lot of these trades were happening when I was out and about during the day. You can see the first one right here started here at 6:20 a.m., took a safety trade, and there it is. The red arrow right there is telling us that's where it sold. Then it bot sold, and then there's the sell. So it took some time. Here's our initial entry. So we've seen that some of these trades can close within a matter of 20 minutes, even 5 minutes, and some can take a lot longer to close. Again, that's the nature of bot trading. We don't know. We're just trusting our parameters and the charts that we've selected so that way we can do pretty well here. We are seeing this closed out in the green. There are no new trades because I turned off the signals from TradingView because I just wanted to cap it and stop it. I just wanted to run it for one day. When we go to the chart for near, we have an existing trade that's open. Right over here, we got our buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, and then the chart has fallen down a little bit. So in order for this to hit our take profit target, it has to move up about 4.87%. Honestly nothing. That's like a sneeze in crypto. It's not anything to shake our heads at all. So looking here, we can actually see our stats. We can see all of our trades closed and also the P&L earned for all these trades, which is really cool. And it's all done and handled right in here. Now, truth be told, I did get a lot of alerts on my phone while I was hiking, but I was like, no, don't look at it. Don't look at it because we're going to review it together. And now I actually want to show you the back tested performance on TradingView to give you an idea of how things look over there. So let's start with near. We can see clearly that it had the base order, took profit. Base order, took profit, take profit, and then it's dragged down. Similar story to our open position right now. So we're looking to take profit at a higher price, but again, crypto is volatile, it's very emotionally driven, not really worried about it, but it's very close to our performance. ICP was clearly the winner, and actually this kept going. After it took profit, of course, it had another trade that opened up, and then it took profit this afternoon, which is awesome. So this thing will continue to rip and roar as long as ICP continues to rip and roar, and not, of course, is down in the doldrums. It did really well initially. Unfortunately, like I said in the video, I missed out on a lot of these. One thing you have to remember about this is that the signals here that we're looking at, or rather the bot performance we're looking at here in TradingView, is based off of the ASAP deal start condition, meaning that nothing is selected, so it's going to start a new trade as soon as one closes. And the only way for us to really do that here on TradingView with a strategy is to set up something a little bit funky where NOT is going up about 0.25% in one bar. And we want to do once per bar close. So this is the trigger that I was using. Ideally, we'd want to use the DCA backtester because we would be using some sort of signal, whether it's going to be the TBO or RSI, ultimate oscillator, TA presets, external things, the TradingView, strong bullish, all that stuff. We'd be using something like that instead, but because we're using ASAP, we had to get creative to make this work. I want to remind you a couple of things. DCA bot trading is fun. Again, all this stuff happened while I was not looking at the computer. I was hiking, I was enjoying nature with my family. It was a great time. DCA bots will trade on your behalf only as well as you set them up. This is why the DCA backtester strategy works so well, because while I'm doing all the fun stuff during the day, I spent time in advance to create my trading strategy. I spent the time to find the best settings possible so that way I could enjoy time with my family. And maybe for you, you have a second job or maybe another business that you're running. You have your own family that you're hanging out with over the summer, or you're traveling, or you're just working during the day and you don't have time to manage your trading portfolio. This is why bots rocks, because they can do it while you're doing everything and anything else. And I also want to say the profit, about $10 total, is not that much because I was using $300 total and I made $10. So it's obviously less than 10% made in a day, but it's more money than I had to begin with. If you think about it that way, I tend not to lean on the pessimistic side. I look at all profit as profit. It's all green. If it's green, it's good. So understand that bot trading will be slow. It's unpredictable as well. We don't know what's going to happen in the market, but that's why safety trades are so important. Your safety Safety trades are your safety nets. They're your safety lines. You want to have safety trades, but understand that having tons and tons of safety trades, tons and tons of DCA orders will severely limit your profit potential. If you want access to all of these settings, they're in the description down below. It's going to be in text form, but you can use essentially the same setup that I did for these charts. But understand that this was just meant for a one-day trip, and it's very much based on the right now filming of this video. But if you want access to the DCA backtester that I showed you in this video and how to set it up, join the Better Traders Club. If you join the Better Traders Club, you're going to get access to the DCA backtester. You're going to learn tons about how to use it, how to take advantage of this. Plus, I'm going to give you DCA bot settings in our monthly subscription with the club. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.